Welcome back to my channel, guys. I wanted to come on here really quickly and do this really sunset inspired gold glow. If you are like me and you are ready for it to be fall and it's your favorite time of year, Halloween, fall, a cocoa, pumpkin spice lattes, I hate to say it, I know that's cliche, but they are everything, pumpkin everything, come on guys. But yeah, I am ready for that and I have those really nice inspired glows. So we have the summer glow while we're still anticipating fall. If you would like to see how I got this eye look, just keep on watching. All right, so first things first, because we are only doing the eyes for this video, I will tell you what I already have on my skin, and I don't have any foundation on just because I was feeling really hot today and I was honestly in a hurry, and I was thinking, you know, summer glow, usually a lot of people are like, okay, this foundation, this dewy look. I'm not gonna put any foundation while I don't have any on. The only thing I have on my skin right now is my Complexion Rescue, which is a tinted BB cream from Bare Minerals. I used my Marc Jacobs Dewdrops. I used my Becca Opal highlighter on my cheeks, on top of my lip, and then down my nose, and I lightly filled in my brows. As far as bronzer, as far as the rest of the skin, I use my Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. And this, I show this because I haven't used it in another video, whereas those other products I have. So here's this, really nice, and you can see it's very like lightweight and amazing product for the summer when you just want to be able to do something quick and still look beautifully bronzed. So I have that on. So jumping right in, I wanted to do something very inspired by a summer glow and just gold. When I think of summer glow, I think of like the golden hour, the sunset, staying out later. You know, you have daylight later in the night, all that good stuff. So I want to use another Morphe palette, and ba-dum-bum, it is the 35R in all of its glory. Literally all gold tones, like the shimmers, you get what I mean. Like, this is all inspired by things you can do with gold, things you can do with those mauve red, those brick reds, those browns, those coppers. It's all here. I love this palette. I wanted to do something with this so that it could be really nice and coppery and just make the eyes the real focus and the star of the show, because our skin is such a blank canvas and just like this nice glowy naturalness. So jumping right in, and I am going to use my Morphe M535, and this is just a nice fluffy brush here, and they were so kind. They did put like a neutral that I could use for my lid. Of course, this is not everyone's neutral shade, but for me it works. So I'm just going to put that all over my lid to make sure everything else blends perfectly. I just cleaned my brushes yesterday. They feel so nice and clean. Duh. Anyways, once you have all that all the way up to about half up the crease, we're gonna start immediately jumping in with some of these darker shades. I'm gonna be doing this one right here. And these do not have names, so honestly, you're just gonna have to, if you have this palette, kind of know where it is. Jaclyn Hill one's the only one that's had names so far. But speaking of that, I know they came with this little card with the names of her shades, and I didn't want to put tape on my face because I already did my amazing highlight and, you know, the rest of the stuff on my face. So another little trick you can use when you want kind of like that shadow that's winged is using a card. So I am going to use this card as my guide. And like I mentioned in the tape, you want it to be kind of not like touching your brow, but that's the direction you want the shadow to take. And I'm just gonna firmly press that on my skin and make sure that is like a good guide and start mapping out. For one, the crease. For two, that nice defined line. And this is the only other step we're gonna use this brush for such a like, oh perfect, for such a like loosely packed shadow, because the rest of them we're going to need to kind of get in the crease. We're going to need to do some more defining, and this is the only one that's kind of like too fluffy. We can take something a little bit more precise, and I'm actually going to take the brush that came in the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, which Love this brush. Actually, they're really high quality and I use them all the time. If you've watched my other videos, you know that. So literally just moving on up, we just got through using this one and I'm gonna dip into the one directly beside it. Just a couple taps on each side. Go right back in with our card and you can find out, you know, where it is. And this, we're just going to put on this crease about outside to middle and define that line a little bit more. Looking good, looking good. Go ahead and do that to the other side. Ooh, and I didn't even say what gloss I'm using, y'all. These are amazing. They're actually from Victoria's Secret. They're the Extreme Plumpers, and I have mine in sugared pink. It comes in a couple different colors, like the clear. I think they have like a brighter pink. I have the, well, I already just said it. I have the sugared pink, so it's really more like a nude tone for me. Maybe someone with fairer skin or darker complexion, it would be like that pink, but this is like my lip color. Anyways, it's still kind of burning. It does have a really good, nice plumping quality, and you can feel it on your lips. It lasts for a good while. I think it's cinnamon. Anyways, jumping right back in. I want to hit some more like orangey tones, so I'm going to go in with this one right here, because the color we're gonna have on our lid is gonna be a little bit more of like a coppery orange. So I'm gonna get that on that same brush, going right back against there. And same concept, except for more of like our V shape. And this one we're gonna work all the way across. All these colors are my happy place. Oh, I love it. Okay, and now that we have like that nice orange burnt terracotta shades going on in the crease, we're going to go in with a little bit more of something precise. E22 by Morphe. It's still fluffy, but it's definitely a little bit more compact so we can get in the crease. And with that, I want to go in with a little bit more of like a brick red. We just went in with this orange here, and we're going to go with the one next to it. Just like a little bit more of like that red undertone. Right back underneath there. And this is again just to be building up the crease. This is looking really good, guys. I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. And at this point, I kind of have like the darkness that I want going on in my crease and outer corner, so we can start thinking about what color we want to put in our lid. And for me, I'm kind of stuck between this one and that way far corner, and I'll show you a little swatch. Oh my gosh, that would actually be perfect. I love it, but we also have this amazing, like more of an orangey copper. I don't know. I'm gonna go with that one. So to pack that on, I'm gonna go on with my Urban Decay Naked 3. There are no names for these. It's just a packed shadow. You can hear Riley, oh my gosh. I'm gonna go in with that shade right here in the corner. I am gonna use the mirror and my bronzer. You really want to pack this on the lid, and not so much in a swiping motion, mostly packing, which you get the point. Like, you're gonna distribute the product on the lid. Nice and gorgeous. Oh, that is honestly a perfect match. I couldn't have asked for anything better. And of course, to complete this smoky sunset, you're gonna wanna start matching that under lash line. And we're just gonna kind of go for the same colors we used on top. I really wanna go for that brick red that we used next to the orange, so right here. And to do that, I'm using my M506, very small, perfect for underneath there. Take my mirror back up, and you're just gonna wanna connect where that line is, and ever so lightly go underneath. And I'm gonna take this all the way in. Oh, that looks amazing to me. I'm ready for fall, guys, if you couldn't already tell. And you already know, or you might not, to complete my look, I always do something nice in the waterline, whether it be a flesh tone, white, or pearl to brighten it up, or in the past I've used like nice bright liquid liners, or the gel liners are my favorite. So I did break down and buy another one of the Marc Jacobs liners because that purple lilac that I always put, look at this. This is perfect for this look, and I actually had this palette in mind when I purchased this. I already know they stay in the waterline all day. They're really creamy and they are retractable. At the bottom you can dispense more product that way. So for me, that's something I look for in a liner. Not that sharpening is like this huge inconvenience, but you know, we like to get the easier way. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in. Okay, so we have that all nice and smoked out. We got our waterline taken care of, and we have our nice glowy skin. What is left? Lashes. So I'm gonna be using two products for my lashes. My favorite Benefit Roller Lash, and then the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. And I say to use these in conjunction because you have the nice compact and separation of the bristles in the Benefit, and then you have the nice volumizing and kind of like a buildable coverage in the Too Faced. I will say every time I wear this mascara, I find if I put too much, which may be any mascara that you put too much, but I only find it's this one, it ends up like on my cheek at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And I wear contacts, so I really don't want a crumbly mascara, but it does so much good for my lashes, I just look past it. But just to keep you guys informed, I do find that, and this has obviously been out for a while. Let me know if you guys experience that, because I want to hope it's not, you know, across the board. It would be unfortunate if it was only happening to me, but still, let me know what you guys think about this. So I'm not going to curl my lashes because I want kind of the focus to be the eyeshadow look that we have going on, but this will give us, you know, definitely some definition. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll probably fast forward through this. Okay, so that is about 2 coats of the roller lash, and I'm letting it kind of, not so much dry, but just kind of settle on my lashes, and then that's when I'm going to go in with the Too Faced mascara. Y'all, and that honestly makes such a difference. Let me get a little closer so you can see the difference between the two. The one with the Too Faced obviously looks a lot more volumized and defined, and that is without ever even touching a curler wand to my eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. All right, guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'm so happy I could come on here before work and just pop on this really nice sunset inspired summer glow with no foundation. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and comment down below what your thoughts are on the products I used on this video. And I'm okay with negative comments, guys. If there's something you are not excited about while you're watching it, or you have some suggestions for other stuff for me to try, let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks.